My story, Goddard High School. USD 265, Goddard Public Schools, currently has 5 elementary schools, 2 middle schools, 2 high schools, and 1 alternative high school. Goddard Public Schools roughly has 5,800 students that are served in a city of roughly only 4,000 residents. How that happens is that our school boundaries actually dip into the west side of Wichita, which creates for an interesting school environment where the students aren't necessarily from the same area as the school in which they attend. Goddard Public Schools does have a student population on a current continuous growth of 30 years. And most recently, the stakeholders of Goddard High School and Goddard Public Schools voted yes at a rate of 69% for a $52 million bond issue that focused on student safety and school infrastructure improvements. So it shows a lot of support for our school as well as the makeup. Who we are at Goddard High School specifically. Race and ethnicity, first of all, Goddard High School has a population of 79.4% white students, 10.4% Hispanic students, 2.6% African American students, and 7.6% listed as other. When you look at economically disadvantaged students, Goddard High School currently carries a rate of 29.4% students who have economic disadvantages at home. So what does this mean? Goddard High School has very little diversity as a whole in a population of roughly 850 students, with roughly 30% of those students at Goddard High having an economic disadvantage that they are facing outside of school. So the question is, how does this affect the education of our students? How does it affect the relationships in which they build and the experience they have at Goddard High School? When looking at testing, we focus primarily on the ACT scores as a large determining factor of how they progress into their post-secondary world is built around this number if they choose to attend a school or university. Looking at Goddard High School's scores in relation to the state, in a 4-year average, we are back and forth, but we are hovering right around the state average of 21 to 22 as a composite score for the ACT. What does this mean, though? It means that we are not getting the results that we want, and we need to figure out how to improve. In a district like Goddard, where most of our students have a great educational experience, we really need to focus on getting these students a higher score on their ACT to improve their opportunities for post-secondary school options. So our challenge is to improve those ACT composite scores. And why, like I said, is to increase their opportunities for success in post-secondary world. Tools in which we can make that happen is looking and analyzing the data that ACT gives us. We most recently purchased the ACT Aspire test, in which we are giving to our freshmen and sophomores in high school. What we do with those is we give them shortened versions of the ACT built by ACT Aspire, roughly from 40 minutes long to the longest one being about 2 hours. What it does is it looks at different areas of focus, both in reading, writing, math, and science, and then narrows down into specific questions or areas within the subject matters in which students need improvement and shows you how they did on particular questions. This is a great tool for our school staff to use to help build our instruction and improve on areas of weakness and highlight areas of strength. Other target areas to improve for Goddard High School. First of all, being relationships. Goddard High School is a Capturing Kids' Hearts school, and most recently recognized as a showcase school for capturing kids' hearts. What Capturing Kids' Hearts does is it creates meaningful student-to-student relationships as well as student and staff relationships. Our goal is to create social-emotional building opportunities for our students, and we can continue to reach higher goals and aspirations with those. We also want to create civically engaged students. That would be creating well-rounded and engaged citizens that are informed members of society when they leave GHS. We want to prepare our students for the future in the 21st century in the best ways that we can, and that includes being civically engaged so they can be responsible contributors to society. The last area, our target area to improve, would be our CTE pathways. with the state and the nation moving more and more towards career-centered education and career-centered goals for students. We want to create career opportunities for our students at USD 265. We currently have over 16 current pathways for career opportunities for our students, but we need to continue to grow those offerings that we have for our students to create them the best possible educational experience they can have.